What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over obviously some news from OTAs the other day. Talking about Michael Jaquet, the cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, now Michael Jaquet, came in, obviously from injuries last year. I think he was signed off the street last year. When we were piling up injuries, and unfortunately, look, Michael Jaquet started in OTAs the other day with the first team. This doesn't say much to me, guys. Obviously, you have a new coaching staff now, so the Eagles have to start monitoring these guys and seeing what they could do. I mean, obviously Jonathan Gannon and Nick and the rest of these guys, we need to see what they could do with some of these guys. I know Jonathan Gannon used to be a cornerback coach with the Colts, can develop corners really well, but there's only so much he could do, with his coaching staff and how much they can get these guys ready. Michael Jaquet is not anything special, and I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I'm not saying he's a great player either. Okay, I thought during that Arizona game last year, I thought he had some pretty good coverages on D-Hop. He did miss out on some coverages, but I think that was one of his better games. And obviously when you go to that Cowboys game, he literally tripped over his own ankles. I mean, he was beat off the line like it was nothing. But what I do like about Michael Jaquet, that I do like a lot, is that he's got to get that physical hit off the line. So he can't let a receiver get freely off the line, otherwise he gets burned. There were some times where receivers got freely off the line, but he did an okay job with recovery in some of his runs. But obviously comebacks, he's really bad against comebacks. That's one of the hardest routes to really cover. Twisting his hips too late. I mean, he's done a lot of things that aren't really great, but at the same time, he's not horrible. He's not the worst I've seen, but he's definitely not the best that's going to be on the field. Okay. As a depth guy in Michael Jaquet, definitely I could see him, being on the field. Obviously Jim Schwartz's scheme was worse enough when he would put his corners 10 to 15 yards back, not letting these cornerbacks, jam these receivers off the line, which that's a huge problem in my book. I mean, I know we're going to be probably playing a lot of zone in this defense, and obviously disguising our defense before the play starts. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of Mike Zimmer, defense for the Philadelphia Eagles, and obviously Jonathan Gannon has worked with him and has worked on other things too. So we'll incorporate some of his own stuff in it as well. But with Michael Jaquet, guys, obviously starting at OTAs, they have to just see what these guys have, and to see what these guys, how they can play the right way, develop these guys better. Like I said, Michael Jaquet is not the worst cornerback I've ever seen play here, but he's not great either, and he's not consistent. He makes plays, a couple plays here and there. He does make plays, but when you put him in a really bad situation where he's going to get beat, and obviously our hands were tied in that Cowboys game. We really couldn't do much of anything. Like, at this point, Jim Schwartz couldn't even, I don't know why he left Michael Jaquet on the field when he got burnt straight off the line, when Jalen Mills probably should have moved to cornerback a lot sooner when he was playing safety. So, like I said, guys, Michael Jaquet, not the best, not the worst. He's really not that bad, but obviously it's not enough for the Eagles. So when you see Michael Jaquet starting at OTAs, it doesn't mean anything. All it means is, this is the developmental process that this coaching staff was brought in here for. So you're going to see them try out as many corners as possible, at the outside cornerback 2 spot opposite of Darius Slay. So look out for a cornerback signing soon before training camp by the end of July. That's what I'm looking for. Michael Jaquet is going to be, like I said, is going to be depth, and that's really all there is to it. And that's how far it's really going to go. But I'm not saying he's solid, but he's not terrible. Okay, if that makes any sense. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Shakes code up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.